I have a video for you where Democrat Senator Flowers of Arkansas gave a passionate speech about Stand Your Ground bill, which was trying to be presented in Arkansas. So she gave her speech and how she felt about the bill. Let me go ahead and roll that clip.
Senator, you need to stop.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. What the hell you gonna do? Shoot me? It doesn't take much to look on the local news every night and see how many black kids, black boys, black men are being killed with these stand your ground defenses that these people raise. Then they get off. So I take issue with that. I'm the only person here of color, okay? I am a mother, too. And I have a son. And I care as much for my son as y'all care for y'all's. But my son doesn't walk the same path as yours does. So this debate deserves more time. I'm in Pine Bluff. We have killings regularly down there. Mr. Hunter knows, he's our prosecutor. Now, I don't know where the heck, I know where you are from, Gary. And I don't know really where Mr. Ballinger is from. But I can tell you that for a long time since I've been back here in Arkansas, I have feared for my son's life. Now, he's 27 and he's out of Arkansas. And I thank God he is when you're bringing up crap like this. It offends me. And then to limit the debate too? This is crazy. You don't have to worry about your children, Will. I worry about my son. And I worry about other little black boys and girls. And people coming into my neighborhood, into my city, saying they got open carry rights, walking down in front of my doggone office in front of the courthouse. That's a bully. Do I have a right to stand my ground with some crazy ass person walking around with a doggone gun? I don't know what the hell he intends to do. But I know I am scared. I feel threatened. Just like some of y'all walking around here up in the legislature with these damn guns. That, what's his name, Garner came in here, walking around here with a damn gun under his coat. You can see the damn print.
Senator, you need to stop.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. What the hell you gonna do? Shoot me?
Senator.
Senator What the hell? I'm telling you, this deserves more attention. You want to come up here with all these little NRA bills and bills that Alec have and all that stuff. I'm talking about my son's life. And I'm talking about the lives of other black kids. Do what the hell you want to do. Go ahead, but you can't silence me. You got your damn silence gun out the damn chamber today, but you are not going to silence me. Because walking around with guns on your hip and under your coat, and you can see the imprint, it's threatening.
You know, this, and I can definitely see her concerns about this bill. I mean, I wish all of our representatives were this passionate when it came to things like this. I wish our president was this passionate. And the thing about the Stand Your Ground law is, so we have this law in Florida as well. And it is a law that is just, going from state to state. There's two things about this law. Legally, this law, and I say legally because I feel that there's another reason why this law is set. So first, the law states that a person has the ability to stand his or her ground. And what they mean is if they are in the zone of danger, if they are in some way possibly threatened, they do not have to find a way to get out of that zone of danger, which means they have no duty to retreat. Because they don't have the duty to retreat, they can stand their ground and eliminate the threat as they see fit. And that's literally and figuratively. They can eliminate the threat. They don't have to get away from the threat. And like in Florida, you as the defendant can raise that defense, stand your ground, but the plaintiff has the burden to prove that you were not threatened and you did not need to eliminate the threat in the manner in which you've done. That's legally. But in reality, this law is how to get away with murder, because it's equivalent to the police officer saying, I was in fear of my life, so I shot them in the back. I was in fear of my life, so I shot them 25 times. I was in fear of my life, so I killed them. I was in fear, I was in fear, I was in fear. I want you to take a look at these videos in Florida where the defendant murdered someone and tried to say they were standing their ground, where they said they were threatened. In these instances, they tried to say they were threatened.
Now to Jacksonville, Florida, where a man named Michael Dunn is on trial for murder. Dunn, who's white, shot an unarmed African-American teenager after a confrontation. If this sounds familiar, it is the highest profile stand your ground case in Florida since George Zimmerman was acquitted in the shooting death of Trayvon Martin. Here's Mark Strassman.
17-year-old Jordan Davis and 3 other teens sat in this parked car at a gas station when Michael Dunn demanded they lower their music. An argument began. Tevin Thompson was in the car with Davis.
Did the defendant say anything to you or in your direction?
Turn your music down, I can't hear myself think.
And what did Jordan Davis say?
Turn the music back up.
Dunn pulled a pistol from his glove box and fired 9 shots into their vehicle. Jurors watched their surveillance tape from inside the gas station.
Oh my God, somebody's shooting!
Davis was shot twice and killed. Dunn told police he thought the teens were armed.
They have a shotgun aimed at me, and I don't want them shooting it.
Okay.
In court today, Dunn listened as investigators told jurors that no gun was recovered from the teenager's car.
And did you find any evidence of any weapons there?
No, I did not.
The case has attracted national attention because of stand your ground laws and the similarity to the shooting death of Trayvon Martin 9 months earlier. Last summer, a jury ruled George Zimmerman had acted in self-defense. Jordan Davis's father, Ron Davis, spoke with us last year. Jordan had told his father he thought he looked like Trayvon Martin.
Would that have happened without the stand your ground law in your book?
No, I don't believe he would have done it.
Testimony in Dunn's trial is expected to conclude next week. Jordan Davis would have turned 19 next weekend. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Atlanta.
So this video with Michael Dunn, and it's so weird because you have Michael Dunn of Jacksonville and Michael Dunn of Lakeland. Michael Dunn, this happened several months following Trayvon Martin. That was in Sanford, right outside of Orlando. This is Jacksonville, in which what the video didn't tell you is Michael Dunn shot as the car was driving away. So he shot at the car, but he said he was feeling threatened. The guys were taking off, and he shot at a moving vehicle. And also the video didn't tell you, after he shot the guy, he went home, or he went back to his, I think it was a hotel with his girlfriend, and ate and ordered pizza. So you shot someone. and you ordered pizza afterwards. You know, most people who really felt threatened and they shot because that was the only option they had, they're not going to go home and eat pizza. They're going to be shaken up, you know. So, and then now you have another video, as you saw, where the guy is upset popcorn thrown in his face, so he shoots a guy. So you were threatened because someone threw popcorn at you?
And back here at home tonight, an update, a surprising turn in a case that made headlines across this country. You'll remember the older man accused of shooting a young father who was texting the babysitter during the movie preview? Well, tonight, ABC's Matt Gutman tells us about the new twist in his defense.
Nicole Olson, speaking out for the first time, describes the moment her husband Chad was killed after texting in a movie theater.
And just to think that in the blink of an eye, my whole world just got shattered into a million pieces, and now I'm left trying to pick them up.
The Olsons were enjoying a rare night out.
I was just so excited and looking forward to spending a day with the love of my life.
Before the movie started, the screen lit up with that now familiar announcement, "Turn your phones off."
Really? This is the most important scene and your cell phone rings?
Chad Olson sent one last text to the babysitter, and prosecutors say that annoyed the man sitting behind him, retired police captain Curtis Reeves. Police say the two men started arguing, then stood up. At that point, Olson threw popcorn at Reeves. Reeves pulled his handgun, fired, and killed Olson. Reeves was charged with second-degree murder. He's now claiming self-defense.
He was hit in the face with an unknown object. At that point in time, he has every right to defend himself.
But attorney Mark Eiglar says that won't hold water.
The problem is that popcorn traditionally isn't recognized as a deadly weapon.
Reeves' lawyers are likely to invoke Florida's controversial Stand Your Ground law. Added to that, under Florida law, there are harsher penalties for those who attack people over 65. Reeves is 71.
But the issue is, what kind of condition is he in? Is he a frail 71? Or is he somebody who could fight off someone if needed and doesn't need to pull out a weapon under those circumstances?
He faces up to life in prison if convicted. Matt Gutman, ABC News, Miami.
And then we have Michael Dunn in Lakeland that tried to use the Stand Your Ground law. It did not work. As you can see, he's pulling the guy back. You know, the guy's trying to get away and he's still pulling at him, and then shoots him twice. Shot him while he was still holding on to him, and then shot him when he got down to the ground. After he was down, the threat was gone, but you still shot him. So there is a video. I can't post it, but check that video out where he was actually shot him twice. But this video is just going to show what happened literally right before the two shots. So he shot him one time, the guy fell to the ground, and then he shoots him while he's down on the ground, face down.
Today, the Polk County Grand Jury indicted Michael Dunn for second-degree murder for the killing of Cristobal Lopez on October 3rd, 2018. Mr. Dunn has been taken into custody and is currently at the Polk County Sheriff's Office jail. I'd like to acknowledge the work of Chief Larry Giddens, the Lakeland Police Department, the Homicide Division of the State Attorney's Office, Medical Examiner's Office, and the careful consideration of the Grand Jury in bringing these charges. While today is an important day in this case, it is merely the beginning of what is expected to be a very long process that will require court hearings and many other events to take place. Because of that, my comments on the case are very limited today. It is important to know that any case involving a death is often very complicated and requires quite a bit of work. Therefore, by working with our partner agencies, an indictment was delivered in just over 2 weeks after the killing. Now, there's been so much discussion on the facts of this case and the application of the Stand Your Ground law. I fully anticipate that those issues will be brought before a judge for a hearing. But let me be clear, it is the policy of my office to comply with and abide by the Stand Your Ground law. However, I have determined that this case and the actions of Mr. Dunn fall outside of the protection of the Stand Your Ground law. It is important that this process go forward, that the victim, the victim's family, the defendant, and our community receive fair process and a fair trial.
But you guys tell me what you think. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe.